Thank you for joining me. This is Darshini again, and I'm talking about why I strongly suggest you record your sessions, your reading session. And either you can do it on your phone, but there are rules, by the way, which I will send you. But basically, I also do it on CD and send it to you. Why you're only allowed to listen to it when I tell you, and it's not a control thing. In a way, I guess it could be, but quite frankly, it isn't. A few things why I tell you to record the CD, and that is one, you are going to, especially if you're new to me, you are going to be overwhelmed by the information that I give you. I always go backwards, by the way, and I'll touch that on another video about not how I read, but the reading itself, how it's conducted. But this one is about recording the session. So when you're overwhelmed, you're too busy, one, absorbing the past information, the bit of information I just gave you, that you're not listening to what I'm saying, so you're not present. So a lot of it is missed, all right? And I know this from over 1 million readings I've done. But you need to realize also that there's information that you're also too busy in your head thinking, oh, I can ask her this, I can ask her that. And it's really very distracting because I'm literally there in your energy and you're all over the place. And I'm trying to extract what I need to tell you within that short time that you book your reading session for. So book accordingly, please, because I will end it on the more or less dead on. Too many people are, oh, one more, because they're so fascinated. Book another session. There are rules to that one too, and I'll send that in the email to you. But basically, you need to realize that when you listen to it again, when you're given, generally I give you about, you can listen to it, the CD or your recording, within 10 times within about a space of 2 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks. I give, it depends on the person. If they're obsessive or controlling, I shorten it, because that's not good for you. You become conditioned, and that's another reason why I control the reading time. In other words, listening time, is because we're not meant to tell you, and we're not meant to condition you in what we're saying to you. You're meant to have those independent decisions yourself, make them yourself. So the reading and the recording rather is so intense that you have to realize you've got so many questions. I'll only address the ones that are urgent and need to be done there and then, if time allows. Again, if it doesn't, I just cut off. I'm sorry, but I have to be strict. I'm kind of busy. Also, that when I give you the times, that general one, you can pick any time you want within those 3 weeks, and the number of times. Do not go over, and I'm warning you, if you go over, you're going to be penalized, and I don't do it, it's spirit. And this has happened so many times to so many people that they don't listen to me. They think, oh no, what's she talking about? She doesn't know what she's talking about. So they start listening to it far more. And then they come back to it, and there's no, and I'm not kidding, this has happened so many times. They come back to it and it's a blank CD. It was working before, but it's a blank CD. Then others, which I found really strange and I didn't believe for quite a few times, they come back and they've kept it in a very safe cubbyhole, one person especially. And I know she's a control freak, this one. And what happens is, she went back to listen to it and it was broken in half. And this happened to her, I think, twice or maybe even 3 times, because she wasn't listening to me in the way that you only listen to it when I tell you. And I do give specific dates after those 3 weeks. And those dates are usually to do with, one, you need to realize that it is, it's confirming something I told you. 2, it could be warning you about something I told you about. And lastly, it could be just something as a reminder, hey, make sure that, it's kind of a timeline thing that, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot she said that. Now the fourth thing that is very important, and it freaked me out, to be honest, nothing hardly freaks me out, but that did freak me out for quite a while, not a few years, but quite a while, when I realized everybody was reporting, mostly a lot of people were reporting it, good 80%, that people were listening to the CD afterwards on certain dates, and then they told me that they were hearing brand new information. It was my voice, all was the same, my tonality and everything, but it was brand new information they've never heard before. So spirit, I guess how I figure it out is that you've done everything you're meant to do, so they actually expand the CD and they give you more information. Now, you have to realize, it's not on this video, but you have to realize spirit is so, other than complicated, so expansive, and I will be doing a book on what really it is about, but quite frankly, you will see that spirit has so much power on the other side, and to help us or to steer us. And there are a lot of disbelief, how can I say? I would say disbeliefs. It's just really wrong information, totally wrong information, perceptions that are incorrect, that I get very annoyed about, to be honest. And that is part of why I will be doing this in a separate book, explaining certain things. I can't give every single thing, but there are certain important information that is so crucial for somebody to understand, and why things happen in this world. Cruel, I mean, good things, bad things to good people, etc. Anyway, so basically the reading on the CD is, I strongly recommend it. Taking notes, please. Don't even think about it. You're too busy writing, not listening to me. It's so obvious. Oh no, I'll take a note. Don't worry about it. It drives me up the wall when people say that, to be honest, because they're not only thinking of other questions to ask, they're thinking of this, they're trying to write down, and then they write down the wrong information. And it's their interpretation of what I'm saying, not what I'm saying. And so you have to know that writing it down is, I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to, people know what I'm like, it's total rubbish. Don't even think about bothering to do that, okay? So I know that's harsh, but I'm known to be brutal. All my readings are brutal. Brutally honest, that's not mean, okay? And I'll do the next video and it will tell you briefly about how I read and what I do. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Hopefully that this video explains a bit. Got sidetracked as usual, but that's me. Thanks for joining me. See you in the next video.